Well, mixed reactions from members of the political spectrum have greeted the 2025-2026 budget speech, which was presented on Thursday by Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi. Some have hailed the budget as progressive and balanced on account of allocating of more resources to the social sectors, while at the same time leaving tax levels largely intact. However, a section of political class have poked holes in the budget, saying it didn't factor in measures to address the country's debt crisis and the spiraling cost of living. Let's now have a look at the reactions by various political leaders who attended the budget speech in Parliament.
In the area of SHA has had a problem, it still has problems, because SHA consists of 3 funds. NHF was just 1 fund, contribution. And now with SHA, what we've been having before was just the shift, which is what is contributed. We haven't been putting much on the primary health care fund and the emergency care fund, which is to come from the tax.
We are looking at the manufacturing sector, industries, value addition, and the rest. And the Vision 2030, manufacturing sector ought to have contributed 15% of the GDP, close to this time. The latest results announced this year, it has shrunk to about 5%. We had expected the government, as the executive, will make concerted efforts to ensure there's enough allocation or budgetary allocation towards enablers of industry and manufacturing.
Wamejaribu na pia hakuna increase ama hakuna kuongezwa kwa VAT ya taxes. Tumesema Mkenya ameumia zaidi. Kwa hivyo sasa hakuna kuumiza wa Kenya. Tuangalie mambo mengine. Hii system ya procurement pia ni muhimu.
Has gone to hell, which is reasonably very low. So we should consider in the near future to actually revise upward money for health, so that we have doctors back to hospitals and the patients to be well taken care of in our hospital.
What we want is a stable economy. It may not grow, although they said the economy will grow by 4.1%, but the indicators are good that we need a lot of stability.
We had a huge problem last year with construction of infrastructure projects and infrastructure creation for grade 9. We had a problem employing teachers. We had a huge problem of capitation. Capitation had gone to 87 shillings per child. Well, an improvement from the previous 82, 84 since 2020, but still has been not very good. So, education sector has really reaped big.
Looking at the budget of around 4.3 trillion for the first time in the Republic, it confirms that our budget is increasingly growing. It is growing because of the demand in terms of the needs. Looking at the servicing debt, is becoming a challenge. 1.3 trillion is becoming a huge burden for Kenya. Personnel emolument is also growing. It is so demanding, because if you look at almost 2.something trillion, it's going to personnel emolument. Of course, if you combine both counties and national government, it's becoming another burden, and it's a fixed cost that has to be serviced. Looking at what is going to devolution again is another issue. If you consolidate all of them together, we have a very thin space for development.
Out of the 4.3 trillion shillings budget, at least 1.1 will be going to just servicing debt interest, not even principal, just the interest alone. So how as a country will we be able to grow? The development budget is only 600 billion shillings, and you can even see that is hardly enough to even deal with some of our stalled roads and some of our different stalled projects.